So I want to thank everybody for coming, and it's a small group. I didn't know how many people to expect, but my experience with Lobby Day, especially the first time you go, it can be a little confusing. So I guess my first question for you guys is how many people have been there already? Are we dealing with an experienced group or not? No. Okay, good. So I'm glad we're doing this. Now, what I'm going to do is share my screen and put on, let's see, share. And I'm going to put on the agenda. And you should have the URL for that, the link for that in the chat. So can everybody see the agenda now? I'll make it bigger so it's easier to read. Oops, that's the wrong agenda, excuse me. Wrong agenda. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is it. And I'm going to make it bigger so it's easier to read. Can you guys see it? So I thought we could, especially since this is a small group, I thought we could just introduce ourselves and maybe say if we're driving or taking the bus, that'll be helpful for me. And if you know what bus you're going to be on, that would be great too. So I'll start. I'm Marty Clubs. I chair the Power Up group for Third Act Illinois. And I'm the person who's kind of like the point person for Third Act for Lobby Day this year. And I live in Evanston, so I have signed up to take the Evanston bus. Tom and Denise, do you want to go next?
Sure. I'm Tom, and this is Denise Power. We're in Wakanda, and we're going to be driving. So we're actually going to go down the night before. So
Oh, that's terrific. So that's going to make it easy. If you want to attend our social, it'll be easy for you to attend, and we'll get to that in a minute. All right, Julie, do you want to
yeah,
introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Julie Ellison. I live in Chicago, Bucktown area, so I'm planning to take the bus that's downtown.
And Mike? You're on mute, Mike.
Yeah, I couldn't get it off. So I'm Mike Bazanson. I plan to drive down the night before as well. Going to be visiting a couple people. So this would be my fourth lobby day, I think. So
That's a lot. So you know what you're doing. So that's great.
I
So
have
if
an
you think
idea.
I'm missing anything, make sure you interrupt and add what you think needs to be added. That
me?
would be great. Yeah. So I split up this agenda to two parts. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on talking about the Power Act itself and data centers. What's going to happen is when you sign up to go to the event, you're going to be invited to a training by the Illinois Clean Jobs Coalition, and they will go into much more detail about the Power Act and talking points for us. And I really encourage you to attend that. Have you guys signed up yet to go? Yes, from Julie. What about Tom and Denise?
to go.
The Illinois Jobs
To Lobby Day. To Lobby Day.
Oh yeah, we've signed up.
Okay. So has everybody gotten? I got an invitation to go to their training. Have you guys received it yet?
Yes, and we're doing that on Friday.
Okay, good. And
Right.
Julie, you have it.
I do.
And
Yeah.
Mike, you have it, right? Is that correct? Okay. So, and if you want a link for the fact sheet, it's on this agenda, which you can just link on it and get it. Alrighty, and it's come out in a bunch of different emails from us anyhow. If you still can't figure it out, email me and I'll send it to you directly in an email. But I basically want to just spend like about 15 minutes on logistics so people don't get confused. I have found the day a little chaotic. And the reason for that is you're not just coming as a third actor, especially if you're on a bus, you're with people who may be from various legislative districts. And so it's not going to be just people, you're not going to just be with the people that you're going to end up with talking to your state legislator. And like I said, it could be kind of chaotic. And that's why I'm offering this training, because I found it really confusing the first time I did it. So, I'm glad you signed up. I'm glad you got the IEC training. The next thing is I want to talk about is you're going to be assigned a bus captain. And they usually, sometimes they don't do it until right before the event. If you don't hear anything by 6 p.m. on May 28th, feel free to call me or send me a text or send me an email, and I'll find out who your bus captain is. Sometimes people are really slow getting the information out. Now, I'm going to be out of town. So if you text me before then or email me, I might not respond until the 27th. But don't freak out, I will. I'm bringing my computer with me, so I'll probably respond in a timely manner, but I just want you to know I'm not going to be in town starting on Thursday. So they're gonna tell you via an email what bus you're on and where you should go and what time you should be there. So make sure you get to your bus on time and check in. And they'll tell you exactly when and what time you should be there. Now, the bus ride, depending on the weather, can be 3 to 4 hours. It should be less, but sometimes it's long. So you might want to bring some snacks and some water if you think you're going to need it on the way down there. I just want you to know what you're running into. I bring a refillable water bottle, and there is a water fountain in the state capitol building, one of those things where you just stick your bottle in. And I make sure that I fill it up before I go back home. So they have a water bottle on the bus. And there's a bathroom, a toilet on the bus. So if that's an issue, it shouldn't be. I have been on buses. The first time I was on a bus, believe it or not, the bus driver refused to stop to go to the bathroom for people. And it was super intimidating. And, I said about it later. And I thought, oh, that's really crazy. He said, well, if you really want to, I'll stop. And so people didn't say a word. But I would encourage you to not take that from a bus driver. And if you got to go, you got to go. And if you don't want to, if you want him to stop, just tell him that he needs to stop. The bus I took home the last time I went, the bus driver was great. He stopped at this, like, I don't know how to describe it. Mike, you might know the name of this place. It was like this super store. They had an incredible, it was like really
Wally's.
brightly lit. Wally. What was
It's
it?
called Wally's.
Wally's. That it's actually kind of, if you're going to make a pit stop, it's a great place to make a pit stop. So I don't know, Mike, have you run into that before with being on buses?
I
Stopping
don't
there?
ride buses outside the city. They scare me.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I can't get up that early, as Marty knows. It's just not within my capability. So
But he's a very great driver. I've driven with him many times, and he's very good company as well. So your bus captain should be linking you up with your legislator captain for your district. So the person who's in charge of your bus may not be the person that you go with to go visit your legislator. And this is where it gets really chaotic sometimes, I think. But if you're having problems, talk to your bus captain and find out who your legislator captain is if you don't have a name and a phone number for that person. And when you disembark from the bus, you're probably going to be asked to sign in. So there should be a table there that will give you information on for signing in. But it also should be having a sign up for the third act social we'll be having. So we thought that this would be a good opportunity. We have so many meetings on Zoom that this would be a really good opportunity to meet people in the flesh and to join up. And so, particularly for the people who are driving in early, the social is going to start at 9 o'clock. So if you get there early and you feel like it, you should go over to the Illinois Museum. We don't have the room number yet. When I get it, I'll let you know. And there's going to be coffee and some kind of pastry being provided. It's all going to be very informal. You're also welcome later on, I'll get to this in a second, when you pick up your lunch, it could be a place where you can hang out and eat your lunch if you want. So I'm going to show you right now, just for a second, where the Illinois Museum is. I think I had this. Where is this? Oh, I lost it. Ooh. I'm just going to do it right now. It's because I didn't spell it right. So the state capitol building's on Second Street. And I'll show you where the Illinois Museum is next. It's very close. It's only supposed to be a couple of minutes walk. I'll try and make it a little smaller. So Mike, remind me, we get the entrance to this place is on Second Street, right? Right around here.
Yes, if I might, generally when you're walking into the Capitol, you will be coming Second and Capitol Avenue points directly at the Lincoln statue, which is out front, and then the stairs up to the main entrance to the Capitol.
Which is right here where my cursor is.
Yes. It is possible we'll go out the back at some point. That'll be up to your captain. Frankly, I didn't know this was right here. If you look on the south end of the Capitol building,
this is the Capitol building right here.
Yeah, that's a huge parking lot. I think this Illinois State Museum is actually on what I would consider to be the same property as the Capitol building.
Yeah, it's very close.
Yeah.
It's right here.
That's the 2-minute walk.
Yeah, and the guards are very friendly and people are very friendly. If you can't find it, just keep on asking people. I've never had a problem finding anything there. Okay, let's see, back to my agenda. Here. Okay, so that's the Illinois Museum. So it's never very clear when your legislator is going to be available to speak. So it's really important to stay in contact with your captain. And usually what they do is they set up a text chain where they'll text you so you know when to find them. They like you to hang out with each other because sometimes you have to move very quickly to go see them. Because they're very, very busy, especially this time because there's only the following day is the end of the session.
Marty?
Yeah.
If I might, not only is it the last day, right, before the end of the session, but they have a lot on their plate between the budget and all we're proposing. And on a normal lobby day, which this is not, this is going to be a big one, but on a normal lobby day, it is complete and total chaos there. The reps and the senators are running around, from this little get together to their other little get together, and then they head in, usually through the back door, into the main chambers. So they are literally putting in 14 hours, going from sitting for 20 minutes to half an hour in a different room every 30 minutes. So if you haven't experienced it before, it can be a bit overwhelming. And if there's a lot of us, it does make it look good, but it can get quite crowded. So
and sometimes you can't find other people. So be prepared for that as well. But I've always been able to find people.
Generally,
use your cell phone. Use your cell phone if you get lost or confused or whatever. You'll find people that way.
Generally, the lobby captains are very good at getting in touch a day or two before, at least over the last couple years.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. And so you'll have that person to reach out to, and you end up setting up just a text group with the other people in your group. And then you go back and forth. Most of them set that up in advance. So, but I will say this, as chaotic as it may be, it is fascinating to watch all this happen.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I had no idea what to expect the first time I went. So around noon, lunch is made available. It may be available 11:30, it may be available 11, it might be available at 12:30. You can't predict it, but what you can do is go take your feet and food, and they'll tell you where you can eat it, or you can go out back to the museum and hang out with us and eat it. And that's really up to you how you want to handle it. And a lot of it depends on the weather. I mean, it's too early to know what the weather's going to be like anyhow.
And Marty, I think the last two sessions, they took us to the building directly behind the Capitol.
Right.
Unless there's construction going on there at this point, because they've been rebuilding around it. But that was the only other building on that property. So
Yeah, I hate to
it's
tell
right
people
there.
that's where it's going to be because I don't know where it's going to be. Who knows what they're going to do? But yes, you're right. That has been true the last couple of times. So after lunch, there's a rally. Now, here's an interesting thing. So when I sign up for this, I always ask for a chair as a senior, and they actually provide it. I mean, it felt kind of funny because I'm not disabled, but I do get tired standing up all day. And the rally can be tiring, and I am not embarrassed. I go and I take a chair. And there's plenty of us who do that. So don't be embarrassed about that. If you haven't signed up for a chair, haven't indicated that you need a chair, let me know and I'll send them a note. All right, that we need more chairs. What do you guys think? Are you going to want one?
We'll bring ours.
Oh.
Um,
I'm sorry?
we'll bring chairs. We
You
always
know,
have chairs in the
It's
car.
not a great idea because they might not let you, when you go into the Capitol building, they might not let you check them in.
Um,
You will.
Every time you go into the building, you have to go through the metal detector stuff. And they definitely don't let you bring signs in. I don't know if they'll let you bring person or not.
okay.
So just know that, okay?
I think that they will allow signs, but they don't, you can't have them on a piece of wood or anything like that. So it's just a, little 2x3 exactly piece of paper. They figure that's safe.
I
With
want to
one
add.
minor,
Hey, Marty.
you have to go through a
Yeah.
police detector and everything.
For those of us not going on a bus, when we show up at 9 o'clock at the museum, will we be able to find a lobby captain?
I'm sorry, say that again. Will you be able to find what?
For those of us who are driving, we won't have a bus cap. So
When you
how do we
sign
find a
in,
lobby captain?
if they haven't contacted you in advance, when you sign in, ask for who it is.
Okay.
You sign in at the table. Okay, and then the other thing I forgot to mention, they often give away shirts. I don't know how many people are going to show up and if they're going to have enough shirts, but it's usually a good idea to, if you have a green t-shirt, bring one, because we all try to wear, it's the whole idea is when you're lobbying, if you all wear the same color shirts, they know that you're all together there as a group. Okay. At some point during the day, we're going to try to take a third act photo of all the third actor peoples there, and I will be contacting you and letting you know when that's going to happen. Sometimes we can't get everybody because at the last minute somebody's visiting with the legislator and it just doesn't work out. What I would like to do is create a separate text list for all the third actors. So I wanted to know if I had your permission to do that. Is that okay? And then I think I have Tom's and actually what I would like you to do, if you could put in the chat, put in your cell phone numbers, that would be great. That would be really helpful for me. So the other thing I want to do is just to remind you to look periodically at your phone throughout the day to get information updates. Both from me and from your bus captain and from your legislative captain. So here's the part I always get a little nervous about, not getting to the bus on time on the way home. Who wants to get stuck in Springfield? But they're always there where they drop you off. they have signs in them. You can usually figure out. I've always been able to figure out and get on the bus, and they take your name and they try not to go home without you. So I've never heard of anybody not getting home. And then the last thing I just wanted to say is I hope you have fun. I think we should, it's a long bus ride there and back, but let's try and have fun and think about this as a road trip for elders where we get to make new friends. And it should be really fun, right?
Looking
So-
forward to it.
Yeah. Does anybody have any more questions? Do you feel like pretty comfortable, I hope?
So,
Yeah. Okay, good. Mike,
Thank
is there
you for
anything
this.
else? Is there anything you want to say that before we leave this meeting?
No, I think you covered everything really well. I was glad I sat in.